And what do we got here? Rotax, GTX Seadoo. Where is the 99? And this is kind of a mouse special. It ran fine when he put it away. When he got it out in the spring, found little guys have been munching away here. And inside on one of the black vents, looking in there, and a mouse head popped out. So anyway, the customer complaint is when you take it out on the lake, it gets it'll shut down, take the seat off, and he feels a ton of heat in there, and then it won't restart until it cools down. So some sort of cooling issue. So I think the best bet for us to simulate that is maybe I'll take the little clip out of the coupler, and then we can run it on the hose for a little bit longer and see what gets hot and what doesn't, and maybe we can find a plugged up hose. I don't know. Let's get into it. Seat coming off. Hopefully it's not contaminated with mouse poop and stink. And bucket coming out. And I guess I should go, oh, he's only got 2 bolts in there. So I think we'll take the center console mount or seat mount out, not console. 10 mil. We got here Acorn. This is the ignition coil mounted to that cover as well, which is this business again. Like really, I don't want this in there. Does that mean I got to take it off? 3. Yeah, let's take that coil off. Or maybe, wait a minute, can I do this? No, because it won't reach. Oh, is that tight in there too? Oh, it's all enclosed. Socket doesn't fit. Ah. Need a washer now. Okay. That is now out of our way. And we are hooked back up. Now, I need to take the tension off the coupler, which means we got to take that cover off. Look at all the bits and bits. I see a lot of acorns in here. Mouse poo, acorn, chewed up styrofoam, drop that. So we gotta see if we got air circulation, but need another tool. Did I say air circulation? Meant water. There it is. Army jet. There. Now that won't be heating up the coupler. Another acorn. There is a 10 mil nut down here from something. Okay, let's fire it up. Dead battery? Gotta be. Okay, battery charger. Let's try this again. I got the hose hooked up, so turn that on in a second. Really? Battery is extremely dead. We're gonna have to wait a few minutes. Ugh. One thing I did notice on a visual inspection, the pipe on the bottom down there, if you can see it, is still pink. I'm wondering if that's antifreeze. And if that's antifreeze, then nothing's been flowing through there. So I'm thinking we could take this T apart, blow some air through that, and see if that's actually plugged up or not. But I want to start the machine and just run it for a second, just to see if anything's flowing through. So still waiting for the battery. While we're waiting, I'll pull this off and see if there's any water. Dry. Nothing. No water. So that's interesting. I don't know how far you would have driven it before it got too hot, but I'm sure it wasn't far. Dust. Look at it, dry. All right, we'll just keep waiting. And I guess we'll give it another try, let it sit for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. Water coming on over. Oh, she's a smoky too. I don't think it's, been out much, I don't know. It seems like it's still winterized. So you got water coming out there. That thing's really smoky. filled the whole garage full of smoke. That's awesome. I'll pull that off. That's the weak. Oh, it is. So coming out the back, we got flow. Runs good, and all the cooling is working perfectly. We got water everywhere flowing. So what does that mean? We got to put this thing in the water. I downloaded a diagram, and the inlet is on the right there, and you can't get at it without pulling the pump off. Possibly something got in there and blocked that, and so we're getting no coolant flow. So I think we're gonna have to back this down in the water, which is a drag on a double trailer. But anyway, I'll do that and see what happens. And I'm gonna charge the battery for a little while first before we go down there, because I think I'm gonna get down there and the thing's not gonna start. So inlet right through to the T on the rave here. Where's the inlet pipe come in? This is the inlet here. So we can put it in the water, pull this pipe and see if water is coming out of here. All right, we got a plan. Ooh, she's a little cooler. Ho, 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 ho. Double trailer, can't get on. Key. I'm not seeing water pumping out the back. Oh, there it comes. back at the lake, put the seats on, put everything back together, grabbed a paddle and a life jacket. See what we get. Water's clear. Water's telltale streaming water good. Pickup, that's for sure. This weird power band. Nothing, and then off like a bat out of hell. Seems like the raves are stuck wide open. We had another machine do that same thing. Let's see if I can shut it off. Starts right up. Maybe after you let it sit for 30 seconds, very similar to that one other machine we were messing with. See if we can warm it up. I'll take it in, put it on the trailer, we'll shut it off and let it sit for a minute. See if it does that hard start. Shut her down. And we wait. One last try. See, it's a little bit of a crappy first start, but it may be a little bit tired with all that smoke that comes out of this thing. Maybe time for a new crank and seals and rotary plate and engine plate, or the rotary valve cover machining. Put 10,000-15,000 into it. I don't think so. Just moving back over to the 951 out of that GTX. I can't get flywheel off, so I figured I'd film it. See what kind of kamikaze stuff happens. Mega Loctite. Ah, there we go. That works. See that white Loctite, pretty sticky. Why I don't like to heat them if you're not taking the crank out is there's the seal right there, and that will burn up that seal and then that'll leak. You see the seal stays still and the crank turns in there. Anyway, I'm gonna tear that in half. Let's do the reveal. Case has got a chunk out of it right there. I don't think that affects it. The chunk is not very big. Tiny chunk. A lot of junk by the counterbalance. Counterbalance looks good. I do not want to pry with that. Seal's good, bearings beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think I'm going to be able to build something here. Crankshaft. Still had oil in there too for the counterbalance, good. Blue oil, that's not the right oil. Let's see, oh yeah. needle bearing, one of those, and you're doomed. Kind of a weird, it seemed like it didn't run. I probably dropped the needle bearings in there. I think that is a totally viable case, unless there's a crack in the bottom. I don't see anything. Crank. We'll junk those. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Very little side to side. We're golden. That was a huge win. The only real thing I see on the case is that little tiny bit of damage. Just a little nick. Now I gotta clean this all up. Oh, you know what I did find? The JB Weld monster was at this thing. This is all JB welded on here. I don't know if you can see it in there, right around there, and that pipe won't come off. So probably need a new water channel. Outside of that, where'd all the metal go? Why is there no metal? It's like the guy put it together, broke it, opened it up, took all the metal out, put it back in. I don't get it. Really strange, but there's not one speck of metal. I don't know. And there we go. We're all restocked for future repairs. Got all kinds of bits and nicks and whatever you call them. Every little bolt, washer. That's just sealants. Starters. Original starters so much better than the Amazon jobbies. What else? Bearings. Fuel rails. Compressors. Air injectors. We got it all going on. So back to the GTX 99 overheating. Really, there was nothing that we did other than the whole cooling system was dry, which I thought was really strange, but we checked everything and not overheating anywhere. Came back up, checked it with the, you know, those laser thermometers, all was around 120 after driving it around, so really not bad at all. So then I called the owner and he said, well, it just felt warm when I took the seat off, but it was hard to start after it was warm. So that was a totally different animal. I noticed the battery was weak. He said it would just click on the starter. So I think there's a bad cell in that battery maybe. I don't know. These 787s, I just run away from them. I've tried so many times working on them and they always end up being hard start in the water, won't start when they're hot, and it's all, I guess, to do with wear and that rotary valve, the housing getting worn down, and it goes out of spec. And then, you know, it's you gotta get a rotary plate, not the plate, the housing machine down to compensate for the wear. It's like they're a $2,000 machine. It's not worth doing any of that stuff. At that point, you're better off just parting them out. Anyway, that's the end of that one. Got the GTX motor all torn, put away on the shelf and in the drawers. So we are ready for future repairs. Speaking of which, we have this one right here. So that will be in the next video. Kind of interesting project there too. So something different again. Anyway, until the next one, thanks for watching.